Now I'm going to remove the center differential, and if you can see on the sides here, we have our ABS sensors. So this magnet here was just measuring whether the wheel was stopping or not, and that's how the ABS sensor works. But right here under it, there's a 13mm socket that we're going to be using to take this 13mm bolt off, and then the sensor will come right off. Okay, so we'll take that off. I already broke it loose, of course. And then the sensor comes off. And we'll just do that also on the other side here. So the only thing now that's holding this whole differential in, there's a few bolts here on the front. And so we're going to loosen those. As well as on the back side, there's a brace right here. Okay, so we'll break them all loose now while it's still all together. And then from there, just take the bolts out and remove the whole differential. Okay, so on the differential, you have these two bolts up here. And one I've already removed just to kind of show you here. But basically on the bottom, it's going to be a 15mm. So we're going to take a socket and put it on the bottom here to hold it in place. Then on the top, it's a bigger size. It's actually back to our 18mm. And so from above, we'll get that one. So now we'll hold one while breaking the other side loose. Now, we're just going to keep it in here. We're not going to take it out all the way yet, because we want to get the back side loosened up too. So I'll spin this around for you. Right here on the back cover, there's two small bolts too. And that's also kind of the brace that's holding the back of the differential. And it's the same size as that other one. It's a 15mm. So we're going to break those loose as well. Okay, and we'll get the one right below it. There's two of them. Same thing, you might need to put the breaker bar over it, the cheater bar. Give it a little bit of a tug. Now on these back two bolts, you want to leave them in and have them be the last ones to take out. Take out the front ones because the diff is still being held in by the bushings. And when you loosen these, don't take one of them all the way out, because then it'll flex and you won't be able to get the second bolt to come out very easily. So with these all loose, now we'll just go one at a time and take them out. Alright, so once you get these back two bolts pretty much all the way out, remember it's best to kind of take the bottom one out first, but get it to the point where they're both ready to come out around the same time. Take the bottom one out first, set it aside, and then support the differential, because now it'll be somewhat loose. Okay, so now we're going to pretty much get a screwdriver or pry bar like this and just kind of tap it in between the bushings. You'll probably want new bushings after this. Put a punch in here and push out the little washers that are kind of spacers on these bushings. Okay, well, I don't know if you can see this, but what I had to do here is kind of remove this other bushing. It's kind of on a little bit of a post, so you take it up and off as you're squeezing it out of here. And by doing that, it loosens it up enough to kind of wiggle it out. Okay, so with the bushings disconnected, slide this piece out. Then you'll be able to get to these. Right now I'm just getting hung up on the little ABS bolts that I put back in because I didn't want them to get lost. So just take these back out. There you go. Okay, so this is coming out the bottom, how it would on the car. And with the bushings out of the way, you can drop it right out. Okay, so once again, you're really gonna have to get the bushings off of this thing, or it's not gonna want to slide out.